It's a quiet afternoon when I first notice the car. A black SUV, parked a little too close to the curb outside my house. The engine is off, but the windows are down, and there's a man sitting in the driver's seat, tapping his fingers on the steering wheel. It's not unusual to see unfamiliar cars in the neighborhood, but something about this one doesn't feel right. I'm not new to this street. I've lived here for 5 years, ever since I was assigned to the state trooper office in this area. It's a middle-class, predominantly white neighborhood, nestled between the sprawling suburbs and the quiet hills. My neighbors have always waved, nodded, kept to themselves. I've never had any real issues, though I've heard the whispers, the occasional comment that I'm a little out of place. I'm used to it. It doesn't bother me much. But today, as I walk past the SUV with my groceries in hand, the man watches me a little too closely. I nod politely, but he doesn't acknowledge me. His eyes narrow just a fraction. I brush it off. Maybe I'm being paranoid. Still, I can't shake the feeling that something's off. I set my bags on the kitchen counter and peer out the window. The SUV is still there. The driver's gone now, but the car's parked at a strange angle, like it's waiting for something, for someone. The soft chime of my doorbell cuts through the silence. I open it to find a woman standing on my doorstep. Middle-aged, well-dressed, blonde, with sharp features that scream entitlement. She's holding a clipboard. "Hello, are you Mr. Jenkins?" she asks, her tone unnervingly polite, though there's something sharp underneath it. "Yeah, that's me," I say, trying to place her. "I'm from the HOA, she says, flashing an official-looking badge I don't recognize. "We've received several complaints about your property." My stomach tightens. I've always kept my lawn neat, my mailbox intact. I haven't heard anything from the HOA in months. "What kind of complaints?" Ask. "Your property's condition. The paint's chipping on your fence. And we've had complaints about the noise." Her eyes flicker for a split second before she continues. "We're issuing a formal eviction notice. You need to vacate the premises by tomorrow." I blink. "Eviction? What are you talking about?" She nods firmly. "We've already contacted the local authorities. They'll be here soon to enforce the notice." My mind races. I've been a cop for years. I know how this works. This isn't right. I step back, trying to process what's happening. "You can't just evict me. This is my home. I've lived here for 5 years. What is this really about?" Her smile is tight, fake. "It's nothing personal. It's just standard procedure. I suggest you start packing." I don't move. I stare at her, trying to read her, but all I see is entitlement. I don't trust her. Something feels deeply wrong. I don't have any immediate proof, but the way she's acting, the way she's treating me, it doesn't sit right. I close the door, my thoughts swirling. I can't shake the feeling that this is more than just a random HOA dispute. Something tells me it's connected to the subtle looks I've gotten from some of the neighbors. Something deeper. I call my supervisor. I'm not on duty today, but the uniform never really comes off. The phone rings, then goes to voicemail. I leave a message, asking him to call me back when he gets a chance. 30 minutes pass. I don't know if I'm being paranoid or if I'm right, but I can feel the heat building. It's too quiet, too controlled. And when I glance out the window again, the black SUV is back. It's parked across the street now, and the driver is talking to the woman from the HOA. I don't like it. I decide to confront them. I step out of my front door, not bothering to hide my frustration. As I walk toward them, the man in the SUV notices me. He's not a neighbor. I've never seen him before, but his presence sends a ripple of unease through my chest. "Excuse me," I call out, keeping my tone neutral. "Can I help you with something?" The man glances at the woman, then back at me. There's no warmth in his eyes, just cold calculation. "This is a private matter," he says flatly, stepping in front of the woman. I don't back down. I'm the one who lives here. I have a right to know what's going on. "Who are you people?" The woman steps forward. "You're being uncooperative. You've been given notice. We're following procedure. You need to leave." "No," I say firmly. "I'm not leaving." I haven't done anything wrong. She smirks. That's not for you to decide. Something about her smugness irks me. The more I look at her, the more I see it. The subtle, racially charged way she's handling this. If I weren't black, would she be acting the same way? Would she be so quick to issue an eviction notice without real cause? My pulse quickens. I can't help it. The sense of injustice is overwhelming. Get off my property, I say, the words coming out sharper than I intend. The man steps forward, positioning himself between me and the woman. You need to calm down. I narrow my eyes. I'm calm, but I'm not leaving. He steps closer. Maybe you don't understand. You're not in charge here. We are. The tension is thick. The man's posture shifts, something dangerous flickering behind his eyes. I don't know if he's bluffing or if he's willing to escalate this. A part of me wants to back down, to call it a day and find a way to sort this out. But another part of me, the part that's seen too much injustice in my life, refuses to let this go. Are you threatening me? I ask, my voice low. He doesn't answer, but his fist tightens at his side. That's when I see it, the small bulge under his jacket. A gun. It's barely visible, but it's there. I freeze. I suggest you leave, the man says again, his voice a little too calm. This could go easier for you if you just follow the rules. I clench my fists. My instincts are screaming at me. This is not about offense. This is not about noise. This is about power, control. And the worst part? They think they can use it against me because of who I am. I'm not going anywhere, I say, stepping forward, narrowing the space between us. You don't get to intimidate me. I can see the shift in his eyes. He doesn't expect this. I've been calm too long. I've let him think he can control the situation, but I've had enough. He reaches for something, and before I can react, the woman pulls out her phone, her thumb moving over the screen like she's recording. I see her smug smile. She's got something on me. Then the worst happens. The man lunges, shoving me hard in the chest. The force knocks me back, but I'm steady, my years of training kicking in. I don't fall. I brace myself, but something shifts. I push back, and his arm catches mine awkwardly. He stumbles, and in the confusion he falls, his head hitting the ground with a sickening crack. It's only then that I see the recording. The woman got it all. The assault. The whole thing. The reality crashes down like a wave. This isn't just an eviction anymore. They've crossed a line. The woman stands frozen, her phone still in her hand. I can hear the hum of the SUV's engine start up again, and I know they're trying to escape. I pull out my phone, quickly dialing my supervisor. This is over now. You're done, I say, my voice steady but firm. I'll be reporting this. The woman tries to play it off. You're making a mistake. No, I interrupt. You're the one who's made a mistake. The footage from her phone, the bruises, the shoving, the unlawful eviction notice. It's all there, and I'm not letting this go. The next day, my supervisor calls. There's an investigation. The HOA is under scrutiny. The man in the SUV is arrested, and the woman faces charges for illegal eviction practices. The neighborhood starts to talk. The whispers that have followed me for years grow louder. But now, they aren't just about me. The truth is out. The system is broken, but not unbeatable. I stand tall. I reclaim my peace, my home, my dignity. This time, justice is done.